Everyone believes faceless channels are easy. That's exactly why most people fail. If you start wrong in 2026, the new algorithm will kill your channel. Creator research and community data show that over 90% of YouTube channels never grow, and most people quit early. I made these mistakes myself, and the biggest mistake was not even about content. So what actually causes faceless channels to fail, and what steps can you take to avoid getting crushed in the 2026 AI era? Back in December 2025, I was sitting alone in my room, staring at my laptop. I had already uploaded a few videos, and one of them actually worked. It almost touched 10,000 views. For a moment, I thought I had figured YouTube out, but after that, everything stopped working. The next 6 videos failed one after another. Views dropped, momentum disappeared, and that's what confused me the most, because I thought if one video worked, the rest should too. The thumbnails looked fine, the videos were uploaded, but something still felt off. I couldn't understand why YouTube suddenly stopped pushing my content, and that's when I realized something most creators never notice. The problem wasn't my videos, it was how I was continuing after that first success. Okay, let me explain this with a simple example. Imagine you go to a restaurant because everyone says, "Bro, their burgers are amazing." You check the menu, burgers everywhere, so you sit down thinking, "Yeah, I'm finally getting a good burger." But when the food comes, it's salad. Now listen, the salad might actually be good, but that's not why you came, right? You didn't come for salad, you came for a burger. So yeah, you feel disappointed. That's basically what I call the audience mismatch effect. Yeah, the name sounds fancy, but the idea is painfully simple. Now, this is exactly what happened to our channel. We uploaded a lot of videos. Then one video worked. That video almost touched 10,000 views. And honestly, for a moment, we thought, okay, maybe we figured this out. Maybe we finally cracked YouTube. But here's the thing, most of our subscribers came from that video, which means they didn't subscribe for tools or AI shorts. They subscribed because they wanted mistakes, reality, and growth about faceless channels. That's what they were expecting from me next. And then we messed it up. Our next videos were about why you should start a YouTube channel, AI tools for shorts, stuff like that. Those topics are not bad, but they're not what people came for. That's where the real problem started. And honestly, this wasn't the only mistake I made. There was one more thing that completely stopped my growth. I didn't even realize it at the time. I'll explain it later in this video. I broke their expectation, and when you break audience expectations, you break trust. And once trust is gone, the algorithm slowly stops pushing your channel. That's why a lot of channels die right after their first hit. So how do you fix this? It's actually not that complicated. Just look at your first viral video. Ask yourself, why did people click this? What were they really trying to learn? And what would they expect next? Then make your next 2 or 3 videos around the same core idea. Build trust first. Once people trust you, then you can slowly expand into other topics. This is the mistake most creators never notice, and it's why so many quit. But do you know what actually causes all this mismatched content and breaks audience trust? What if I tell you, consistency is actually killing your channel? Yeah, I know, that sounds wrong. You're probably thinking I'm talking nonsense. But listen, it's not fake. A few weeks ago, I was sitting with 3 YouTuber friends. We were talking about growth, content, all that, and one of them started blaming my downfall on one thing, inconsistency. Then the most experienced guy in the group said,
"Bro, consistency is what's killing your channel right now."
We all froze for a second. Then we laughed because, what? But then he explained it with an example.
Suppose you upload a video like 10 untold truths about America and it goes viral. That means your viewers clearly like content about America, history, mysteries, cases, stories. So naturally, they expect your next video to be something similar. But then a guru tells you, to succeed, you must upload 1 or 2 videos every week. And instead of taking time to brainstorm your next idea, you rush. You upload a random topic just to stay consistent. And what happens? The video feels unplanned. They stop clicking. They start skipping your videos. Not because your editing is bad, but because you broke the expectation. That's what happens when you chase consistency without a plan.
And by the way, even if you don't mismatch topic and you don't rush, you can still fail. I'll explain that in the next point. Now, look at some creators. They upload after months, sometimes even longer, and still blow up. Why? Because even when they upload late, their videos still revolve around one core concept. The viewer knows exactly what they're going to get. So the real lesson is simple. Take your time. Think, plan. Your next video should be what your viewers are expecting from you. But here's the scary part. Even if you avoid mismatch and stop rushing, you can still get stuck. You work harder, you do everything right, but the video still doesn't move. And that's because of one more illusion. There's something I believed for a long time. I thought execution mattered the most on YouTube. If the editing is clean, if the rhythm is good, if I follow trends, the video will work. And honestly, that belief makes sense because execution is something we can control. We can improve editing, we can add effects, we can work harder. But here's the reality. I learned the hard way. Execution doesn't decide whether a video wins or loses. The idea does. A well-edited video with a weak idea will always lose to a simple video with a strong idea. Think about it. If the idea doesn't make someone curious, no amount of editing will save it. But if the idea is strong, people will watch even bad visuals. That's why I say this. The idea alone decides almost 70% of a video's success. Execution only helps after the idea works. Most creators don't fail because they're bad at editing. They fail because they're working hard on the wrong ideas. That's why a phone-recorded video with a great idea can hit millions, while a perfectly edited video stays invisible. Okay, ideas matter, but how do you actually pick a good one? Just stopped overthinking it and started asking yourself 3 simple questions. First, would I click this if it wasn't my video? If the answer is no, don't record it. Second, does this idea create curiosity? Does it make someone feel like they're missing something important? And third, is this video solving one clear problem, not 10? If an idea passes all 3, I know it's worth recording. A great idea is not something that sounds smart. A great idea is something that creates curiosity before the video even starts. This is how you can figure out whether your idea is actually capable of bringing an audience to your video or not. Now, there's one topic everyone talks about, and honestly, I didn't want to bring it up, but we can't ignore it anymore because it's quietly changing YouTube and it's affecting a lot of creators. Last night, I was scrolling through YouTube, fancy thumbnails, well-written titles, and I suddenly remembered 4 or 5 years ago, thumbnails like these could only be made by high-level designers. They charged good money for it. But now, not only those thumbnails, even better ones, are everywhere because of AI. Almost everyone can do this now, and because of that, the value of good has dropped to the bottom. So, is it really true? Here's what's actually happening on YouTube right now. I made everything easier. Writing scripts is easier, editing is faster, even thumbnails are simple to make now. And that sounds like a good thing, but it changed the game in a way most people didn't expect because now good content is everywhere. Clean scripts, decent editing, really good thumbnails. Everyone has access to that. And when good becomes common, average becomes invisible. That's why so many creators are confused. They're doing everything right. The video looks fine, the script is fine, but nothing moves. It's not because YouTube is broken. It's because the baseline has changed. In this AI era, idea quality matters more than ever. A strong idea stands out, a weak idea disappears, no matter how polished it is. So, the real question is, how do you survive this AI saturation? Do you avoid AI or do you adapt to it? Here's the truth. AI is not the problem. Using AI the same way as everyone else is the problem. Most creators let AI decide their ideas, their script, even their opinions. That's why so much content feels the same now. Different channels, same words, same structure, same energy. The smarter way is actually very simple. Let AI help you execute faster, but never let it think for you. Use AI to write cleaner, edit faster, and test ideas quicker. But the idea, the perspective, and the experience, that has to come from you. Because AI can generate information, but it cannot generate your mistakes, your failures, or your personal point of view. And that's the difference. That's how you lower the saturation, not by competing with AI and not by avoiding it, but by adding what AI can't. In the AI era, the irony, AI didn't kill creativity, it exposed who never had one. And the creators who win in 2026 won't be the ones using the best AI tools. They'll be the ones with the clearest point of view. This video isn't meant to be complete. There are things about YouTube that most people never talk about, and we'll go deeper into those in upcoming videos. If you don't want to miss them, subscribe to the channel. Everything I shared today comes from real experience. Mistakes I've already paid for. If you avoid them, you'll move faster, think clearer, and build your channel the right way. But before you start uploading, there's something even more important you need to know. Some mistakes destroy a channel before it even begins. Watch this video to avoid those mistakes before starting your channel.